Yo, 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 it's your boy, Uneducated Brother. You know how we do it out here in these streets, man. And today, man, I wanted to bring a video from ET live on the internet. They talking about Candace Owens over here and how she feel about men wearing dresses. Let's see what my man got to say, and I'm going to give you my comments, and we going to get right back to what we do best out here in these streets, man. Let's go.
On Friday, we talked about Harry Styles' Vogue cover. He's the first guy to grace the cover solo, so Harry gets playful with clothing inside the pages, including this gown. He says that clothes are meant to have fun with and experience with, and once you remove the male-female barriers to clothes, it opens up more arenas to play. But one person who is not a fan of Harry's experimenting is author and commentator Candace Owens. So she responded to Harry's Vogue article on Twitter saying, "There is no society that can survive without strong men. The East know this. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. It is an outright attack. Bring back manly men." And then she went on her Instagram story to explain, and used the word explain very loosely.
Do you think anywhere in Russia or China or anywhere in the East, men are wearing dresses and heels? Just a serious question. If you don't understand that all of this is just a part of a bigger plan to take down the West, I can't help you. Virtually everything that comes out of Hollywood is about destroying values and weakening our society. So whether that's baby mama culture, women taking their clothes off, feminism, right? I don't need a man, all of the stuff that you're seeing, and now men in dresses in Vogue. If you don't realize by now that Hollywood is satanic and you should not be idolizing those people, I can't help you.
Okay, just as I'm watching that again, I'm trying to take quick notes to respond to all these things. She fits so much in there and has no reason for it whatsoever. I don't even know where to really start. But yeah, so the bring back manly men. So that's the idea of whatever. She wants men to go back to how they were in, I don't know, the 1900s. So it's like the idea of like women, like get back in the kitchen, like Candace Owens. Is that like, you should be speaking your mind in Candace Owens. If you want men to go back to that stereotypical role, then as a woman, you should be in the kitchen making meals. I think that's where the mentality goes. So I don't think that's the way to go.
Yo, did you catch that? Yo, he said if you want men to go back to those manly roles, then women gotta be in the kitchen. Wow. That's not what she's saying. But for you to throw it that way, that's how you truly feel about women. Because there's no way a man can be a man without a woman being in the kitchen. What kind of shit is this? But you reach for that, for a woman to be in the kitchen when all she's talking about is men being manly men. There's nothing wrong with women working just as hard as men. In fact, if we have both of that within the family unit becomes stronger. The last time I checked, it's been a lot of female out here complaining that there's not real men out here. All of them act like little bitches. And why you think is that? Because all of them's been getting raised by single mothers. And of course, you bleed your characteristic onto your child, and that's why your kid are acting the way that we're acting right now, dressing up in dresses, because they've been inspired from a young age by their mothers to do that,
Russia and China are, what was it, they're trying to take down society? She kind of lost me at one point. So this is all Russia and China's plan to put Harry Styles in a gown because that will feminize men. You lost me there. Yeah, it's
Boom, let me help you out with that. So, right, everything that's going on right now, right, other countries have their hand in it, but at the same time, they themselves are not practicing this type of culture. If you go to China, you're not going to see people like that. For instance, you have TikTok. TikTok was created in China, but for some reason, you can't go to China and download TikTok. Why is that? But you can do that over here. How come you don't have Facebook in China, but you have that over here? Yet, they can come over here and create their own world, their own platform from Facebook and TikTok. But when it comes to us sharing our data and our information, intertwining over there, coming, one system, they don't want no parts of that because they don't want our cultures intertwining with each other. Why is that? There's a reason for that, because they already view our culture as bad culture because none of their men are out there looking like that.
It's a bigger plan to take down the West. Hollywood is destroying society. It's all satanic. Okay. So yeah, I know Candace Owens like has guests, Hollywood guests on her podcast and stuff like that. That's the thing. Once you get into this stuff, once you start to apply reason and logic and just like common sense to these arguments, they make no sense whatsoever. I get that idea that, you know, there's definitely people in Hollywood that want to challenge the norm. And like I said on Friday, the quote I go back to every single time is RuPaul saying, we're all born naked, the rest is drag. It's all material that we put on our body. Even if you're not comfortable with hairstyles and wearing a dress, it's just material he's putting on his body. And it's interesting to have that conversation of why are you uncomfortable with a man wearing material in that kind of form. But yeah, but to make these jumps about Russia and China, let's see what people are
Why are you uncomfortable with a man wearing a material in that kind of form? Wow. The last time I checked, generally speaking, women are uncomfortable with their men wearing materials in that type of form. Generally, you know, America, especially American women, they want to be happy, they want to be married, they want a family union. The only people that I see that's preaching a strong family union are women. Why is that? They want the man back in the house, strong man back in the house. Now imagine if you have that strong man back in the house wearing that type of shit, going out into society. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? You know? Like, the first structure of the family is security. And who provides that security is the man. And when the man provides that security, it looks very attractive to a woman.
Are saying here. So Jeff says, Candace Owens bash Harry Styles. She says we need manly men. Janice says, girl, bye, we can have both. Nelson says plenty of ethnicities have men in dresses and skirts. That's very true. That was another point I was gonna bring up. Yeah, as he says, we all have too much time this year if this bothers her so much. And let's be clear, Candace Owens makes money off this stuff too. Putting these kind of opinions out there, it's getting her attention. She's trending this morning. She responded to trending this morning. So there is a point that she wants to get attention and go for it. I just wish all the arguments that she puts out into those like 20 seconds of talking, I just wish she had more justification behind it, because there's really a lot of things she throws out there that just don't make a lot of sense.
Yo, did you catch that? He trying to say that she's ingenuine because all she's only doing this shit just to make money off of it. Wow, look at the hypocrisy of this shit when she caught your attention just to create this video so you can make money off of this shit. So, like, that's a non-argument right there. I don't know why you're attacking the person's character personally by try to, you know, attack their pockets. Like, that didn't make sense because you up there making money responding on gossip. So, come on, bro.
Mio says toxic masculinity. Nelson says your manhood is not based on your clothes. So what a stupid person to say that. Code says he should be able to do whatever he wants without having his masculinity or testosterone levels being judged or questioned. There's more than one type of man, and all types should be treated equally. Yeah, so Candace Owens, I really don't know what you're going for there other than getting some attention. Let's see, any more? Paula says, nope, my man makes my meals. Exactly, it's 2020. These old stereotypical roles of gender are just gone. So I don't know where Candace Owens is coming saying she wants manly men to come back. Because if you want manly men to come back, what does that role become for women? What role do you want to go back to as a woman, Candace? I don't think Candace Owens would be willing to go back to that role that some men that want women want to return to that role, that she would be okay with that.
Word and matter when it comes to programming the youth and programming society. And he is showing a perfect example of it. You know, he knows exactly what's going on, but he pretends not to, just so he can sell you society echo chamber, which is false. Because at the end of the day, women need men. Women need masculine men, because we need those masculine men to take care of our families and our children. Without masculine men, the world is out. It's against us, really. Everything from the time we were born, we was meant to die. As soon as you come out, you needed your mother and your father just to survive. You know, and as you grow up to feed for yourself, you depend on food just to live. And as far as like women, the way I see it, women do complain. They complain on the hush. But I need women to step up as far as like demanding masculine men out here. Because there's not that many of us. And I need more families, more structure, so we can build economically. Because we cannot build economics without family union. And that's the problem with society, and that's the problem with our culture, and that's the problem with black people, because we don't promote family, we don't promote economics. We need to promote all of that so we can be better and get treated better. But anyways, y'all, until next time, one out. Bad boy, baby. Thug life.
Be like, what would a Vietnam vet be like without a sergeant, without any backup, without any other soldiers, nobody but a Vietnam vet in Vietnam? When he came home, how would he be? And that's me. I had to go through all that street, war, everything, the same drugs that everybody else get turned out on. You know, where I would have been stopped short, I made it past. And here's where I am. But because I made it past, I missed some lessons, you know what I'm saying? And you can see the lessons that I missed when you talk to me. You can see where I haven't had a father when you talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You can see where I spent a lot of my time in the streets when you talk to me. Because the words that I say are not words that come from a mother's mouth or a father's mouth. It's words that comes from a pimp's mouth or a prostitute or a hustler or a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? But to me, these were my role models.
How much of that, though, in terms of growing up without a father, sometimes not being with your mother, do you lament on and look back and say, damn, I missed something big?
Everything. I know for a fact that had I had a father, had I had someone, and I hate saying this because white people love hearing black people talk about this, but had I had a father, had I had some of these opportunities, I'd have been able to help my mother more. She wouldn't have went the road she went. I could have been a better son. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have went that road. It was the absence of my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with him being daddy not being there. My mother's dealing with him being my man not being there. You know, so many problems in our community that affect everything. So by me not having that, I ain't never want to hear nothing about no kind of relationships between a black man and a black woman. I knew they didn't work. Because as far as I knew, my daddy was the coolest dude out there. And my mama was a panther. So if they didn't work, it don't work. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And going out there, you know what I'm saying? It's like watching my mother just go through changes and everything. It's like my mother's my partner. She's a soldier. You know, she's a soldier like I'm a soldier. You know, and I watched the peep the game that she went through. If I would have went the same way my mother went, had not she did her route and showed me where it went wrong with her. My mother always told me, don't you ever, ever just volunteer yourself to our people, because they'll use you. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? She also told me to follow my heart and for me to be the leader.
But it's interesting to see just the change in your face, your reaction, your thought process.
That's all I ever wanted to do. Ask my mama. I wanted to go to college. I went to school all the way and was ready to go to college. The only thing that stopped me was money. The time all the kids in my school was writing applications to go to college, I didn't have no lights and no electricity. And that ain't my mama's fault. You know what I'm saying? So when I think back to that, I'm not thugging for me. I'm thugging for my family. I pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? I feed my whole family. Wrong or right, I do.